The 60-minute war, in which the Ancient Ones destroyed everything in their path, and those who survived went on to create mobile predator cities that ruled over the smaller cities, is briefly recapped by Shrike's voice at the beginning of the movie. Hester Shaw, a young lady of 28, resides in Salzhagen, a mobile mining town in Bavaria. The rich and well-kept residents of London celebrate as the much bigger predator metropolis of London pursues the smaller hamlet across the hunting grounds, while Hester rushes to the front, expecting to be swallowed by London since she has her sights set on Thaddeus Valentine, the head of the Guild of Historians in London. The other residents of the little village fear. Salzhagen is brought into London in a couple of seconds, while visiting London's little museum of old tech. Smartphones, toasters, laptops, etc. Tom Natsworthy, a young apprentice historian, runs across Valentine's daughter Catherine. Tom has been ordered by his employer, Chudley Pomeroy, to pick up some electronics. They view a short film in which the carnage brought on by the 60-minute war was caused by a bioweapon known as Medusa. Tom is dispatched to London's lowest level by the nosy chief navigator Herbert Maliphant so that he might spend a moment with Kate. But Kate finds up traveling with Tom to his objective. As the residents of Salzhagen are brought in for processing, Valentine descends to supervise events as one of the guards assaults a man from the small town. Tom notices Hester getting close to Valentine and calls out to him to warn him, but Hester manages to stab Valentine without Tom's help. She removes her scarf to reveal her facial scar and tells Valentine that this is for her mother Pandora. Tom stops Hester and pursues her to a waist. Tom stops Hester from jumping by grabbing her wrist. Before she lets go of Tom's hand and goes down the chute, she instructs him to ask Valentine what he did to her mother and how he gave Hester her scar. Moments after, Valentine shows in, and Tom begins to inquire as to what Hester meant when she stated what she did. Just as Kate and the others arrive, Valentine replies by shoving Tom down the chute while claiming that Tom fell in as a result of battling Hester. Kate discovers that Bevis Pod, another male, witnessed the entire incident. Tom and Hester are left behind on the borders of an unidentified city. Before leaving on her own, she checks his pockets and takes his cash and knife. Tom gets out of bed and follows Hester in the belief that they should remain together, but she has little interest in talking to him. They are soon discovered by scavengers and brought to a place called Scuttlebug. Valentine discusses his vision for London with Mayor Magnus Crome of London. But Crome is skeptical of what Valentine has in mind because London adheres to the municipal Darwinism concept. After that, Valentine visits Dr. Twix, his top scientist, who is currently working on a weapon for him. She also gives Valentine a suggestion on how to handle Hester. Kate seeks out Bevis to find out what he observed. He is reluctant to disclose it to Kate since he is aware that doing so may put him in danger. But eventually he tells her that he witnessed her father throw Tom down the slide. The two attempt to find a way inside St. Paul's Cathedral since Bevis is aware that Valentine is hiding something and is working on something inside. The hosts who take Hester and Tom in seem friendly, but they are confined to a confinement. Then, Hester tells Tom about losing her mother when she was only 8 years old, up until the day when Valentine and Pandora both discovered something that Pandora knew Valentine desired for his own sinister motives. Valentine was good friends with Pandora and always treated Hester with kindness. They got into a fight about it, and when Hester attempted to protect her mother, Valentine stabbed Pandora in front of her and cut her face. Hester fled when Pandora handed her a necklace with the emblem of the eye before she passed away. Valentine searches a jail on an isolated island for Shrike, a hybrid of a zombie and a cyborg with a past relationship to Hester. She broke a commitment she made to him, and he is furious with her and wants her dead. Valentine demolishes the jail and releases Shrike to pursue Hester. In Rustwater, Hester and Tom are transported to an auction where they will be bought and sold as slaves. A lady named Anna Fang emerges and declares she will take Hester when she is brought up for sale. The auctioneer is aware that Anna is a wanted fugitive with a bounty on her head in London, but after murdering the auctioneer and several of his men, Anna releases Hester and Tom. They get on her plane, the Jenny Hanover, but Shrike also notices them. Tom is climbing the rope to the airplane as he makes an effort to climb up and grab them. Anna throws a knife at Hester in an attempt to free Tom, but Tom uses it to free Shrike. Anna tells Hester that she knew Pandora and has been looking for Hester ever since Pandora died as they travel toward their next destination. Tom is told how Hester came to know Shrike. Shrike discovered her years after she had fled away as a youngster and raised her as his own. He gave a suggestion to ease Hester's suffering because he had always seen how depressed she was. Hester's robotic body, which Shrike created for her so she might die and be resurrected as a machine with no recollection of the horrors of her youth, was made public by Shrike. When she learned that Valentine was nearby, she was on the verge of accepting his offer but decided against it instead. Leaving Shrike alone himself and incensed by her deception, Tom and Hester visit Airhaven with Anna so they may meet her anti-traction league colleagues. She informs Hester that Valentine was the target of Pandora's efforts to conceal something. While Pomeroy is being questioned, Kate and Bevis continue their investigation. When they enter the church, Valentine is clutching a huge Medusa weapon, which Kate notices as he stealthily guides them through a tunnel. She also witnesses him shooting Chrome to death after he discovers the weapon on his own. Valentine intends to send the weapon to Shanguo, a stationary city that was once China, and demolish the wall enclosing it before destroying the rest of the city. Anna and her team are working to discover a means to stop the weapon. Shrike suddenly appears and begins to assault and murder Anna's team members. The survivors attempt to flee as Airhaven begins to burn. Shrike pursues Hester and Tom and almost kills Tom until Hester begs him to stop. Shrike discerns Hester's affection for Tom. He also realizes that the conflict has severely injured him, and he is about to pass away permanently. Hester is freed from her commitment and allowed to escape. Shrike's last memories are of Hester as a young kid as she sadly departs from him. Together with Anna and a few others, she and Tom flee. Valentine is ready to transport London to Shanguo, in order to assist launch the anti-tractionist fleet against London. Anna speaks with Governor Quan. As they get closer and closer to the wall, the heroes fly toward London to launch the first massive explosion at the wall. Valentine lifts Medusa. Kate refuses to support her father because she recognizes the sort of man he really is. Another bomb hits the wall, and several of Anna's comrades are shot down and killed. Hester and Anna successfully travel to London and arrive at St. Paul's. Hester discovers that the death drive for Medusa is hidden inside her mother's jewelry. Before the final bomb can completely destroy the wall, Valentine and Anna struggle while Hester tries to shut down Medusa. Anna is fatally impaled by Valentine, but she survives long enough to witness Medusa's closure. Valentine still has the intention of running London into the wall, which will cost millions of lives. Kate attempts to turn off London's engine, but it is intransigent. London slows down as Tom flies the Jenny Hanover toward the engine to destroy it. Valentine flies out on his own until Hester starts to catch up with him. He tells her that he was in love with Pandora before she passed away, and that he is actually her father. Hester decides not to murder Valentine when she gets the chance to. Before Tom fires a shot at Valentine's craft, sending it falling to the earth, she boards the Jenny Hanover with him. Valentine lives, but just long enough to witness how about to be crushed by London's rails. When Hester sees this, she sighs and laughs triumphantly. Kate guides the Londoners up Shanguo's wall to Quan, who graciously welcomes them and offers them refuge. Hester and Tom hug as the sun comes up as they board the Jenny Hanover on their global journey.